Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. If you if you're a consumer who celebrates, happy Black Friday. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Okay. I'm solo today. I don't have my girl with me. So we've got Psalm 10, day 10. I'm going to use the alabaster for this one. And there's no art piece for this psalm, which is unfortunate because it's a good one. And it's a little bit longer, so hang in. O Lord, why do you stand so far away? Why do you hide when I'm in trouble? The wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. For they brag about their evil desires. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord. The wicked are too proud to seek God. They seem to think that God is dead. Yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing lies and threats. Trouble and evil are on the tips of their tongues. They lurk in ambush in the villages, waiting to murder innocent people. They're always searching for helpless victims, like lions crouching and hiding. They wait to pounce on the helpless. Like hunters, they capture the helpless and drag them away in nets. Their helpless victims are crushed. They fall beneath the strength of the wicked. The wicked think God isn't watching us. He has closed his eyes and won't see what we do. Arise, O Lord. Punish the wicked, O God. Do not ignore the helpless. Why did the wicked get away with despising God? They think God will never call us to account. But you see the trouble and grief they cause. You take note of it and punish them. The helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. Break the arms of these wicked, evil people. Go after them until the last one is destroyed. The Lord is king forever and ever. The godless nations will vanish from the land. Lord, you know the hopes of the helpless. Surely you'll hear their cries and comfort them. You'll bring justice to the orphans and the oppressed, so mere people can no longer terrify them. So I had a professor once tell me, an Old Testament professor tell me, I wouldn't say he's a philosopher. Maybe he thinks he's a philosopher, but probably not. And he said that there are days that are Proverbs days and there are days that are Ecclesiastes days where, Proverbs wisdom is very black and white, right? Like if you work really hard and save all your money and, don't do anything wrong, the sun will shine upon you and your family for generations and everything will make sense. And then there's days where it's Ecclesiastes wisdom where there's nothing new under the sun and everything kind of goes to crap and you can't really count on anything. So just do your best. And so this psalm kind of reminds me of that Ecclesiastes wisdom feeling when you're kind of looking at what's going on in the world and you kind of want to just throw up your arms in defeat and helplessness. That's, there's a deep lament in this psalm and there's a lot of grief. And obviously it's a psalm, so the end will kind of lead on a high note where you'll, end in trusting the Lord and that the Lord will take care of everything. But so much of the psalm, like probably 80% of the psalm is just looking out at what's happening and just feeling just extraordinary frustration and watching people that don't have good intentions thrive. And so I think the invitation of this psalm is just to sit in that and not bypass it. And the absurdity of the world and looking around and seeing people that don't seem like they have good intentions or don't seem like they want what's best for others or are very selfish or evil or dark, and they're doing well. And there's an absurdity to our world sometimes that doesn't make sense. And so the absurdity of this psalm is to just take that to God and take that, looking around and feeling like everything's a psyop that you're a part of, is also figuring out how to move around inside that and find some freedom in it rather than letting that be the final word. And so this psalm ends on a high note, which is, that all of that may be true. None of that, nobody's saying that those things aren't true, that people that don't seem like they should be winning are winning, and that it doesn't really seem fair, it doesn't seem right, it doesn't seem just, but to remember that, justice is the Lord's. But also to kind of, I would invite you into the absurdity of that and the silliness of that, and kind of figure out how to dance. I would say figure out how to dance in the psyop of the matrix. Like, you understand that you're living in a system that isn't meant to make, help people thrive, and there's injustice everywhere, and you can get really bogged down in that, and that's a physical posture of feeling like the world's against you, everything's against us, there's nothing we can do, we feel helpless because it's systemic. But as one of my other professors said the other day, like, if sin can be systemic, whether that's in your physical body system, your family system, or in a societal system, that means grace can also be systemic. So I would invite you into some silliness as you're looking around today at all the wild consumerism and the fact that the holiday season doesn't feel like it's meant to be what it is, and to just find some lightness and some levity. And instead of standing with your arms crossed and getting bent out of shape and being just completely against, I would maybe find a way to engage and and really love that terrible rerun of Mariah Carey on the radio again today, or that all your neighbors have put up their Christmas decorations, or just find something silly to latch onto, even though it seems like there's so much darkness in the world. There's so much beauty and so much light, and there's something that you can latch on today and give it a little giggle and not take everything so serious. The West has not fallen, everybody. It's alive and strong. So I urge you to push back on that narrative and do something silly and delicious and wonderful. Enjoy those leftovers. Buy something really frivolous that you don't need. Enjoy it. Dance inside it. This is the matrix that we're living in. Have a great day.